Right, the very first piece we're going to make is the pocket. So you're going to take a piece of close to cocoa and you're going to round the top edges with a corner rounder. And you're going to score it Alright, you're going to take sticky strip and adhere it to the edges. Using close to cocoa, then I'm going to stamp from the FYI set, You Make Me Happy. And you notice, if you've noticed by watching the past couple of videos that I've made, I've been using the same colors and the same stamp sets. So I wanted to see how many different projects I could make with those materials, the same stamp sets and same inks and paper, cardstock. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do then is I have one of the hardware Hodgepodge silver, and I'm going to then use this as a frame like I did here in this one. And so I'm going to trace the Hodgepodge hardware frame onto my cardstock, and then I'm going to cut it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've traced my You Make Me Smile so that it would fit inside my Hodgepodge hardware, and I'm going to go ahead and put the silver brads to match the frame through these notches here on the side. So one trick I wanted to show you was that you'll notice that my cutout is smaller than the frame, so that will fit inside and not show on the other side. And then these brad ends are so long that you need to take a piece, take your craft and rubber scissors and then cut those hanging pieces off, because again you don't want it showing through onto the other side. Okay, sorry about that. Instead of putting two brads on each side, I actually wanted to put the ribbon on one of the sides. So I went ahead and did that. And just clip off these ends. Okay. Alright, then I used the creamy caramel and the scallop border punch for that piece there. Okay, on this piece of Very Vanilla, I'm going to take this flower from the Kind and Loving Thoughts Hostess set, and I'm going to stamp Close to Cocoa, Creamy Caramel, and Ruby Red. Okay, then I'm going to just adhere this to a piece of the Ruby Red cardstock that I've pre-cut. And then I'm going to adhere the scallop border to that bottom set. Actually, I'm going to push it over because my frame that I made is going to cover this corner here. Right, I'm going to adhere that then to the pocket. So I want to adhere this ribbon the same as the knot that I made on my frame, and once again this is kind of a faux finish. So I have my pocket base here, and I'm going to adhere my stamped matted parts here. And then my ribbon. And just like I have shown you in previous projects, I'm going to start on my project and run off to the ribbon to secure it onto my project. And then the same for the other side. Then I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals and adhere those onto the back of my Hodge Podge hardware frame that is going to sit in this bottom right corner. And with that faux knot that I made on my frame, it's going to look like the ribbon has continued all the way around the project. Okay, so my pocket's finished, and I'll set that aside. So now for my insert. Okay, first thing, I'm going to use my scallop punch and make a scallop border at the top. And just lining up the outlines here, these silver outlines, gives me a perfect scallop. Alright, then again, using the Kind and Loving stamp set, I'm going to use the same technique that I used in a previous video, and I'm going to use the Close to Cocoa and stamp the entire image, and then I'm going to just stamp off. And then I'm actually also going to combine that with the Creamy Caramel. Okay, then using the Thanks So Much from that same set, I'm going to stamp that in Ruby Red. Then with a filigree brad and a piece of the same ribbon that I've used on the pocket. So I'm going to just loop that piece of ribbon, and I'm going to hide it underneath. And then with my filigree brad, I'm going to just make sure that I go right through that ribbon. Okay, to finish up here, I'm going to attach my Very Vanilla stamp piece to a piece of Ruby Red. And then the ribbon becomes the pulley that slides right inside the pocket here to create this beautiful and unique card. For all of the measurements and for other tips, tricks, and ideas, please visit me at my website at FancyNancyStampin.com. Alright, hope to see you again soon and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.